In this video, I tried to survive in hardcore Minecraft, but I am not allowed to make or break any job blocks. That includes crafting tables and furnaces. So it is absolutely crucial to find a village that provides what we need. Join me on this journey and let's get going. Hello everyone, we are in Minecraft Hardcore today and I was thinking, let's play this game a little bit different. Now, in general, I am not a hardcore player, but I wanted to do something a little different. Now, when you are watching any hardcore content, players or creators usually rush the game, rush the early game to get to diamond, get proper tools, get proper everything, but we are going to do it a little bit different. Now, it is hardcore and there is a few rules and restrictions, so I better get going because I'm going to need to find myself a village pretty darn soon. So let me get going, and in the process I will discuss some of the rules, some of the restrictions, and what we are planning to do. Now, usually in a hardcore playthrough, you will grab some wood, grab a crafting table, make yourself some tools, maybe see if you can find a couple of sheep to make a bed, and all those normal early game things. Now, the only reason why I'm taking this wood is to get out of the tree without injuring myself, because in this world we are not allowed to craft any job blocks. Nuh-uh. If we are going to use a crafting table, we have to find one in a village and use it where it is. We are not allowed to break them, we are not allowed to craft them, we are not allowed to move them at all. Another restriction is that we are not killing any farm animals, so food will have to come from, well, from crops, I guess. Unless we find a wolf that kills a sheep, we will not let the poor sheep's remains go to waste. If an animal meets its end by anything other than my hands, it is fair game. It's definitely fair game. Guys, we are also trying to play the considerate game. With regards to villages, we are not going to take, if we find a village, we're definitely not taking everything from the villagers. And right early on, got a couple of donkeys. Now, donkeys and saddles. We are also restricting ourselves to the Stone Age for the first 50 days. So we cannot craft anything made of iron. If we find a saddle, I was thinking that the saddle would be the one exception. So anything that we find that requires iron to craft, we cannot use until we get to the Iron Age. Well, just look over there. There's a pale oak forest. But anyway, as I was saying, anything we find that needs iron to craft, we cannot use until we get to the Iron Age, and that will probably be around about day 100 if we can survive that far. The only exception, of course, as I said, is the saddles, because traveling, I think if we can find a saddle in a loot chest or while fishing or something, that is fair game. But for now, the first 50 days at least is going to be the Stone Age. After that, we might move on to copper. We will just see. But now I am in serious need of a village. Over here, we've got a nice little azalea tree. And obviously below that, we can find a lush cave. But that's going to be pretty much no use to us right now, because we need to find a place to sleep first. If we can find a bed, that will really help us get through this playthrough. Now, unfortunately, the day is going away. We are probably about halfway through the day already. Plenty of sheep around, but no village in sight. Geez, if we are not going to find any food, the first night is going to be really troublesome. Really. there's no easy way to say it. Well, there's a tiger biome. We might be able to find sweet berries over there. That will at least help us with the food situation. Because without a bed and no food, there is absolutely no way that I can see myself surviving the first night. But let's just go there through the tiger forest or spruce forest and see if we can gather a little bit of food early on. These also, now tiger villages do have a chance to spawn with a crafting table. So if we can get a little high ground, there's also usually campfires in tiger villages. So if we can get up a little higher, we might be able to spot a campfire which will direct us to a village. That will definitely be to our advantage in this playthrough. But let's see. There's a chicken. Cute little guy. Unfortunately, or fortunately for him, he is safe with us. The other easy option would also be to try and survive the night, go into the water, but we don't have a boat. And we are not going to get a boat if we cannot craft one. Now, one thing is if night falls, we might be able to see the light from a village. That could also be helpful. Now, over here, there's another option. So here is some wolves, and they might kill animals. And we will collect the wool from the sheep and cows, the meat from the cows, if they do kill them. But I'm not going to be standing around waiting for them to do their thing, because we need a place to call home. We need a place to sleep. We need something at least. And as you might notice, my saturation bar is, well, almost depleted. Almost depleted. And the night is coming. We've got no food. I don't think we can eat mushrooms. No, we can't. We cannot. So now I'm getting, well, we are only on day 1, but I am starting to feel a little bit concerned. Getting caught in the forest at night is definitely not going to be a good idea, especially when we are defenseless. And there the first mobs has made their appearance. I don't have food, I don't have boat, I don't have a bed, I've got nothing. And this is going to be a tough night to survive. If we can, that will be a miracle. I'm still not seeing any light on the horizon. I'm not seeing anything. We don't have any food. I did notice, oh no, that's it, we're not gonna make it. I mean, like 2 or 3 shots with a bow will definitely take me out. I think literally 3 shots is what it will take to end this video right here, right now. Oh, there are foxes here. Now, usually I would assume that if there's a fox nearby, there must be some berries. So far, I'm not seeing anything. Ah, here we go. Here's some berries. But I also hear a baby villager, baby zombie. Really? Let's see if we can at least escape it in the water. Eat a little bit. See if we can get our health up. This 5 berries definitely is not enough. But at least we've got a little bit of saturation back, so we should be able to make a run for it as long as we can. As long as we don't run into things, we should be able to get away from them. I don't know. I don't think I've ever prayed for the Minecraft night to pass as much as I do right now. These creepers also going to be a problem. But let's just stick to the water maybe. One advantage, if the night passes and the skeletons maybe start burning in the sunlight, we could get ourselves maybe a bow and some arrows. I'm not sure. I don't think we'll get a bow. Arrows and bones. I think that's what they drop if they burn in the sunlight. All right, in this river, I think we are relatively safe. But oh boy, I do want myself some of those berries. But they are well protected. Those berries are super well protected by the skeletons and the creepers close by. So that's not an option right now. Let's continue down this river, see if we can stay alive. I don't think the drowned spawn in rivers, do they? I hope not. Especially, I think a drowned with a trident will take us out with one shot, maybe? Guys, if we can survive this first night, it's going to be a miracle. But we have to try. We cannot give up. We cannot give up this early. We have to try. Every time I see a little bit of light, I imagine it might be a village. And then when I look over, it's only a little bit of lava, which is not going to be useful to me right now. Not at all. Right at this moment, I'm just praying for the night to pass. And if the night do pass, I might still need to stay out of the forest because the night mobs, those ugly night creatures, as long as they stay under the trees, the sun will not burn them up. And as long as the sun doesn't burn them up, they are not dying. They might despawn at some point, but as long as the sun doesn't burn them up, they are not going to die of their own free will. They're not going to disappear at all. Now, how much more time do we have to spend this night? Now, the rules being what the rules are, I'm not going to kill any farm animals. That includes the fish. I'm not going to kill fish. The only legit fish I can get is if I had a fishing rod so that I can catch some fish. Because those will be all good to use. Because that's what fishing is. Fishing is a peaceful little pastime. And the advantage of fishing is that you get some food out of it. Maybe a little bit of treasure as well. But who knows? Who knows? For us to make even any of those considerations, I need to survive this first night. Oh no, and there is a drowned. Doesn't look like he's got a trident though. So we should just be able to swim away from him. And as luck would have it, the sun is starting to rise on day 1. And yes, day 1 because the first day in Minecraft is and has always been day 0. So we see day 0 as the beginning. Alright, I'm not sure that it is safe for me to go into the forest yet. But I'm thinking if we can get to the beach over here, that might be beneficial to me. As long as there's no mobs about, which there may very well be, but I will have to make a run for it. Well, at least we have survived the first night. Wonder above wonder, we have survived the first night. Now, here's an idea. I know you can eat kelp once you cooked it in a furnace, but can you eat raw kelp? Doesn't seem that way. Kinda sucks, but alright. Think we should be safe. Other option would also be if we do see a shipwreck, we can try and go and loot the shipwreck to see if we could maybe find ourselves some loot. There is usually in a shipwreck there is a food chest. That'll definitely be good for food. Other alternative is if we can find a desert. Now, I don't think this is leading to a desert, but a desert village will also be, well, the thing is, deserts, in a desert you can really see the villages so much easier. Alright, let's see if we can maybe... Oh, I just wanted to say, let's see if we can maybe go up that hill so that we can get a little higher vantage point. And then the village appeared. Now, as I said, we have to be considerate to the villagers. Not take all of their things, but we are allowed to loot. Looting is allowed, but we must at least be considerate to the villagers. Now, unfortunately, I do not think that this village is going to have a crafting table for me, but at least they will have some food, maybe some leather armor if there's a... Geez, horsey. If there's a blacksmith villager, could we maybe get a saddle? I mean, saddles would be great. And if they don't have extra beds, we could always take some of this wool to make our own bed. Now, let's see if we can get up here. See what these guys have for us. Wonky village. We will need to wait for the first night to see if there's any beds that's not being used. Which I assume there might be, because some of these houses are really in a bad location. I doubt that the villagers will be able to get to them. And the first villager we meet seems to be a nitwit. Brittany the nitwit. The guy's good news, bad news situation. This village has 3 houses with 3 beds and 3 villagers. They've got absolutely no job blocks. They've got absolutely no food, no loot chests. And me taking any of the wheat bales or hay bales are useless because I do not have a crafting table to craft myself any bread. So guys, we are going to have to struggle along further. Well, they've got 4 villages and only 3 beds. That is kind of sucky for them. They do, however, have this crop field, which we could, well, there's a potato. Wheat seeds we can't do anything with, so I will leave them. Potato, carrot, I'll replant their wheat. The carrots and potatoes we might be able to use for food. Unfortunately, we don't have any access to bone meal at the moment, so we are not going to be able to, well, grow it. But let's maybe stay the night. What do we have over there? Pumpkins. All right, so here's what we can do. We are going to spend a day or two in this village. I'm going to go and grab some of those pumpkins, see if we can make ourselves a little bit of bone meal so that we can grow some of this carrots and potatoes. That will definitely at least give me some food when we go on and explore further to see if we can get ourselves situated. Alright, so we have the pumpkins in hand. It is nighttime. Let's go and check out this bed. If none of the villagers are using this bed, at least we can grab it for ourselves. Then in the morning, we will go out and use the pumpkins. I did get 16 pumpkins. We'll use the pumpkins to make some bone meal and see if we can grow some crops. Now, this is late enough at night. I don't think any villager is going to come use this bed. Let's sleep. And then we'll take this bed with us. Now, all right, let's see. Oh, that creeper. Better stay away. But if we can maybe grow some of the crops, some of the carrots maybe, can we which is going to be better, raw carrots or raw potatoes? Let's have one of each. That doesn't do much. Carrots are better, so let's see if we can grow some carrots. I guess we could also just take a few of the hay bales, because we should be able to compost them as well. Well, alright, so since the sun was going down anyway, I decided to pick a few flowers. We got a little more bone meal, and we now have 17 carrots to our name. So let's see in which direction we are going to explore. I feel with 17 carrots to eat, at least we have something to feed ourselves. So I just came up here on the hill at the village to maybe pick a direction, and I think we are going to head right there into the, is it the plains biome? But we're going to turn around and head in that direction. So maybe we can find another village. So it's either that way or this way, but I think let's go right in this direction. Maybe we can find something. Now I'm thinking a good idea would be to just collect some flowers while we are traveling, since we can use that to make bone meal, and the rates for flowers and bone meal is not too bad. We could maybe, I'm not going to go out of my way to find the flowers, but any flowers that we pass, just like we are going to run right by these flowers. Let's just collect them and then see how far we can get. Guys, so I'm going to go explore a little bit further in this direction. I will bring you guys back in whenever something happens, whenever I see something, whenever I find something that you might be interested in, I'll bring you back. Otherwise, let's just continue with the journey. Alright everyone, I spent the whole day traveling and we haven't found anything of interest except for, as the sun was going down, we came upon this. Is this the beginning of an icy spikes biome? Now, in the icy or snowy taiga biome, there usually is villages, but more importantly, in the icy biomes, we could find an igloo, and an igloo will contain a crafting table, a bed, and a furnace. They usually do, and some of them might even have the little dungeon down below with a golden apple as well. So guys, let's continue the journey, see if we can find anything. I will keep you up to date if there's any interesting happenings. Guys, just have a look over my shoulder. That is a lamppost. That's a lamppost, and that means we are on track to find a village. Let's go and investigate. This might be the one. This might be the one, people. If there is a crafting table in that village, we are safe. Now, let's just not fall into any of the crevices and holes in the ground. I do not believe we are at risk of powdered snow over here in this biome. I might be wrong. I might be wrong. As you can see, I have collected plenty of flowers along the way, so at least we'll be able to grow some crops if we turn them into bone meal. But guys, here is our next little village to inspect. Let's go closer. Let's get in there and see if we are lucky. Now, if there is not a crafting table, there might be other job blocks that we can use to trade with villagers. I just thought that villager's hat behind this little hill just looked like it could be a creeper. Frederick, things not going well over here. I would assume as much. Do you at least have a crafting table? Oh, don't want to talk? Alright, I'll investigate myself then. So let us just see what these people have got. Oh, they've got furnaces at least. So we can, well, I don't have any fuel to cook with, but we can make a plan, I assume. This one, why another furnace? Nothing in there. But let's see. Let's just see. I'm sure these guys must have something good. So ideally, we are looking for a crafting table, a smoker. And why? Oh, ooh, this is good. Don't know what happened. Don't know what happened to that poor cow. But we were not involved, and we will take the meat. We'll gladly take the meat. Right, this little house is also, there's just 2 furnaces in there. Oh my. No. Why do I hear a witch? That is, I'm telling you, I'm like, I got goosebumps. We can't face a witch this early on. Now, where are they? Well, this village also had absolutely no crafting tables. And on top of that, on top of the no crafting table thing, they don't even have any loot chests. But right behind me is a little bit of a vegetable garden. And we are going to see if we can grab ourselves a little more carrots with the flowers that we have been able to collect. And then I also noticed a little wandering trader. Let's see. I really highly doubt that this wandering trader has anything that we can get from him, because we don't have emeralds either, so we can't really buy anything from him. And we can't sell anything to him either. Nydia, you are a disappointment. But let's see if we can maybe help ourselves to some of their crops. Maybe get a little bone meal. We've got a lot of flowers. And that will definitely help the food situation. Alright, so we now have a total of 41 carrots after that round of trading, or farming, call it farming. But I am thinking that I made a little bit of a mistake, because you see, this village does have furnaces, or furnae. I'm not sure what's one furnace, two, is it furnaces or furnae? Let me know in the comments what you think it should be. But alright, anyway, what's done is done. I am currently in day 5. I've got 41 carrots, and I think we should just continue the journey. So my thoughts are, if we maybe make our way back towards the first village that we found. I think if I remember that village, there is an ocean close by. Maybe we can follow the coastline, see if we can spot any sunken shipwrecks from the shore, and then from there on maybe get more loot. I mean, there is nice food in sunken shipwrecks sometimes. There is also suspicious stew, and I am not totally against eating suspicious stew. Oh, here it is. Ah, guys, we've got an igloo. An igloo does have a crafting table, so we will be able to get ourselves a little bit of tools. And that's quite close to this village, but this village doesn't really have any villages that we can really use. But this could be a little bit of a... This is definitely a little bit of a win. This is definitely a little bit of a win. I was, just as I was coming in the door, I didn't see the bed or the crafting table, and I was thinking, oh boy, did we make a mistake? First things first, let's see if it's... Oh, it's got the basement. It's got the basement. Let's go down there first, and it seems... Well, it seems lit up down there. There has to be a golden apple down here. A golden apple could be life-saving right now. Okay, so guys, unfortunately, unfortunately, you are going to remain a zombie for now. Or 2 pieces of coal and a golden apple. Golden apple. We can take the wheat. We can take the gold nuggets. We can't do anything with them while we are still in the Stone Age. This is a splash potion of weakness, which I have no use for. But guys, this is big. This is big. We are going to be able to get ourselves some stone tools. Not gonna get any armor yet, so we are not going to be all that protected, but we are going to get some stone tools. We must just go pick a spot, see where we can get some stone. So in order to do that, I'm gonna have to turn these into planks, get a few sticks, grab myself a wooden pickaxe, not an axe, a wooden pickaxe. And then we can go and grab some stone. Now, let's see. Is there anywhere close by that we can grab stone? I mean, I know I can go up there. I don't want to go all that far away. Unless we are just going to dig a little hole. I think that might be the option, but I've got a different option. Let's go down to the basement. Because I would assume that going down here, just breaking through one of these walls, there should be plenty of stone for us to grab. Exactly. So I'm just going to take a little bit of the stone, probably going to use up pretty much most of this pickaxe so that we've got stone, and then I'll make, because we are going to travel again. We are going to travel again, and I don't know if we're ever going to come back to this igloo. We might, but I don't know yet. So I just would like to make myself a couple of stone tools just so that we've got something. And then, more important, please do not let me forget, I need to make myself a boat. I think we definitely need to get onto the water. That way we could explore much easier and faster. And I think that's enough stone. We'll just... are we going to... Well, one torch is enough for you guys. I just want to light this up. We'll close it back down. Just like we found it. And I'm just doing that for in case we... That... Can I break it with my hand and still get string? I don't think so. Let's come back once we've got a stone sword. Then at least we can get a piece of string as well. Because a fishing rod might be beneficial as well. Alright, let's do this. I'm gonna make more sticks. Then we're gonna grab 2 pickaxes, 2 swords, 2 axes, and a shovel. I think that's all we need. And do not forget the boat. Don't forget the boat. Okay, we'll use one of these swords and go down there. See if we can at least get that piece of string. String acquired. And with all of these things available to us, I think it's time for us to continue the journey and explore a little bit further. But first, let's have a well-deserved sleep. Alright everyone, but before we go on and continue the journey, after 5 days in hardcore Minecraft, we have finally managed to get our hands on stone tools. Just look at how beautiful the stone sword looks in my hand, and I think this is where we're going to end it for this episode. If you enjoyed the episode, and I mean if you are still watching, you must have enjoyed the journey up to now. So please remember to leave a like, drop a subscribe if you haven't done so already, and stay tuned because the next one is going to be awesome. Guys, thank you all for watching. I will see you next time, and happy hunting. Goodbye.